Welcome to the Views Fortress. I am Antonio Luna, and earlier today, the Department of Education recently held a press conference regarding details about our MATATAG curriculum. Now we have two concerned students, John and Jay, that are willing to give their opinions regarding this topic.
Morning.
Morning po.
Good morning, John and Jay. So, are you aware of the new MATATAG curriculum?
I'm kinda aware po. I saw it in the news recently.
I've been busy po. Unfortunately, I am not aware.
Okay. So, John, you said that you are aware about the Matatag curriculum. Would you like to share your opinions regarding this and let Jane know what your possible stance is?
Okay. I actually watched the Department of Education press conference about it, and they discussed something about a subject called language from kinder to grade one, teaching what they said was a common language in the classroom. So, for
Yes.
example, if the majority speaks Filipino, they'll talk about the oral communication skills in Filipino. And I think it doesn't make sense because when we are building foundational skills, we should assess what each individual student actually knows about a language. It's not, it should not be the majority of the will that should be followed inside the classroom. I think a better solution is if the teachers comprehensively focus on the language that a particular student is more aware than using a language that others might not know and then implementing it throughout the school year to improve apparently their oral communication skills.
Thank you so much, John. And just to confirm, no, language is being taught in kindergarten and grade 1. Basically, yung language na subject is tinuturo kung ano yung primary language ng mga students.
Yes.
So if they speak primarily English, English will be taught. The same goes for Filipino. Now, Jane, what is your opinion regarding this?
Okay. So you've mentioned that it's for kinder to grade one. For me, I think that changes things. Versus if you have said it would have been grade six, grade seven, I think I would have agreed with John here. But since it's kinder and grade one, as someone who has a siblings that age, I think actually it works. I think I am for it because for one, it's I think as a younger children have struggle, I think it's better to push for what they are comfortable with so they can learn easier. And as you have said, after grade two is their English and Filipino, yes?
Yes.
So I think it doesn't matter that I don't think it has much of an impact as John is saying if there is if grade 2 has the English and Filipino as me and John as high school students we do. So I think their English and Filipino language skills and communication skills will still be developed as since they are young, kinder to grade one, what are they? 4 years old, 5 years old. I think it's okay naman na that they're being taught in what they are comfortable with, in what they know, and what they are capable of.
Well, seeing the situation right now, this is where the factor of what language we are teaching our kids, that factor. This is where it comes in because recently we have seen our kids learn more about English. This is also where the issue of patriotism comes in because for me, we should teach kids Filipino as their foundational language and then English in a later date so that they would use this lingua franca for their jobs, for their careers as we enter a globalized world. I think that we should start from a young age, teaching them the different languages, especially Filipino and English. We should teach them since from kinder pa lang, not generalize it into teaching a common language apparently from kinder to grade one, so that they would be aware, they would be uh, comprehending both English and Filipino as we both use it in our community and in our society.
But this is on a national scale level, no? Because for me, you focused on, of course, English and Filipino, and English as we're using it right now. But in other parts of the country, in other parts of region, each region division has their own specific language. For example, in Pampanga, they use Kapampangan. So I think it makes sense not to push Filipino and English from the very young age, but instead, of course, focus on their dialect, Kapampangan. And there are also some parts of the country, of course, we're in Makati, where learning English at a young age is extremely helpful. And versus in the province, where learning Filipino would be extremely helpful to prioritize first one language, because two languages can be um quite difficult to learn at the same time. And again, as I said, I'll just go back to my previous point that since grade 2 they will be having both our national languages as a subject. I think that having for kinder grade 1, letting them slowly ease into the both English and Filipino, but first using their natural or their common language, I think is beneficial.
Thank you so much, Jane and John. So we have discussed a lot of topics today. We have gone from speaking Kapampangan in Pampanga, and of course, we have delved into the topic of patriotism. So, how about you? What are your views on this topic? That is all for today. Thank you for joining us. This is the Fortress Views.